Hey guys, I wanted to show you what was going on here. This Lincoln is basically trapped in here, and we're going to be trying to get it running to get it out and hopefully sell it to someone who's going to take care of it, because obviously we don't like seeing vehicles sit like this. This is kind of a junkyard-ish sort of thing, scenario. So one thing we gotta do is pop off that tire over there. It came off the rim, so we're gonna try to get that back on. And when we were here about 6-7 months ago, maybe almost a year, we found out that the fuel pump needed replaced in this because we had checked it out originally. So we're going to be trying to replace that and see if we either need to drop the tank or check and see if there's a hidden panel under the seat. So we'll kind of update you as we go through that. Right now I think we're going to start trying to get the tire off, because that's kind of a main concern, getting it off the ground. So we'll keep you guys updated as we go.
Alright, so we're just trying to figure out how to jack this thing up because it was on the ground because of the tire off the rim.
Like shredded. I
Yeah.
don't even know if it's going to be usable.
We'll see. But we don't even know what we're jacking it up off of right now. We're just kind of
It just looks like some sort of support bracket.
Some kind of bracket for something.
The jack's up as far as it will go.
So that's better. Better than it was. It's no longer like touching the ground.
Okay, if I get a dead man jack or like a brick or something, we can shove it under here, and then maybe we can jack it up more from the back in a proper spot.
So after wedging a board under it to get it to stay elevated, we shoved the jack further under and we're getting it a little bit higher. That should be removable.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be able to get that out.
I think I can get the dead man jack in a proper spot.
Yeah. Also, wouldn't want to shove my head too far under that.
I know, that's why. Alright, that'll actually catch it if it decides to want to crush my head.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Maybe Ken just has an old dry rotted tire that's this size.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's like shredded on the bottom.
Ugh.
What the?
At least the lug nuts aren't rusted fast.
Is that what I think it is, a locked lug nut?
Well, we might have to find an angle grinder.
Frick. I wonder, is it on the keys or anything, or in the dash maybe?
Let me see, let me look at it. No, that takes a special socket, lock socket. It's a wheel lock, so the key to it is a socket to take it off. And I doubt the socket's still with the car.
I'll go ask.
Alright, so turns out at least the two front, and probably the rears, have lug locks, locked lug nuts here. So we're gonna have to come back later to get the front wheel off on the other side. So that is a no-go. Can't really go anywhere from there with that right now. So we're gonna see if we can access the fuel pump, because we had this thing previously. It's a 3.8 liter V6. We had it previously running off of just gas dumped in the intake, or sprayed into the intake, and we put gas in the fuel tank and got nothing. We couldn't get it to draw anything. Still had it running rough, but had it running off of, you know, gas in the intake. So we're going to see about replacing the fuel pump. We already got the fuel pump for it and the strainer, and we could not find anything online about fuel pump accesses in the back. If there was one, if there wasn't one, where it would be. So I guess we'll check around the back seats. We'll check in the trunk, I guess. We'll look around, see if there's an access, so that hopefully we wouldn't have to drop the tank to get the fuel pump. Right now he's going over to grab the battery from his truck to stick in here, because this one obviously doesn't have one. And we're going to see if the power locks work, because the rear doors are locked. Looks like the driver's side was probably the only one that isn't locked. So we'll see if the power locks work and if we can get the rear doors open, because that would make things a lot easier. So yeah, this, I don't think we said before, this is a 1990 Lincoln Continental signature. So it has all the bells and whistles, which is going to mean more repairs. Has, you know, the little keypad lock, which is crazy for 1990. Power windows, power seats, basically everything. Excuse me. Thank you. Everything is power, including like heated mirrors. That seems extremely unnecessary. Do the death drop. Finally got the trunk popped. Look, this is fancy. That's cool. Anyway, popped the trunk, and it didn't look like this when we first found it. But yeah, just random rusty, deteriorated crap. That's a spare tire that we might end up using with a lot of rusty crap under it. I don't believe these are usable. I don't know, just a guess. I'm guessing that might not be usable for some reason. Just a hunch. So, put all the deteriorated garbage back in the trunk, because don't know what to do with it yet. I'm guessing the fuel pump was why we couldn't get it to run from the tank, but then we found the fuel pump safety switch panel just laying there, but the safety switch is turned to the on position, so that shouldn't be the problem. But we might end up using that spare for the front if we can't get if the tire on it isn't usable. Also, before we mess with anything else, I'll show you the interior, other than being covered in moss and algae and crap. Like I said, everything is power. But generally, other than being disgusting and filthy, the interior should clean up nice. I mean, missing radio and rear view mirror, but the interior is generally in half decent condition once it's cleaned up. So after prying on the door lock here, we got the lock opened, and now Ben's sitting in the back like an abducted child, trying to find a fuel pump access. I'm gonna hook up the battery and see what happens here, and he's gonna, I don't remember why he wanted the battery hooked up, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh, sparksies. There we go. We got them sparks. Don't need to tighten terminals. Why would we need tight battery terminals? Overrated. I am not gonna sit down in this disgusting seat. Let's see what we got here. It's thinking about it. Oh, it's random vibrating noises. That's weird. It's not showing anything on the dash yet. Oh, if I look from this angle, 84,000 miles. Look at that. It's just from looking straight on, you can't see it. You have to look from an angle. That's really freaking weird. I wonder if that dash is like messed up. But the locks, there we go. The locks actually seem to work mostly. Oh. The windows at least try to work, at least the fronts. I'm not going to try the backs yet because I don't want to break anything. And hey, at least the driver's side headlight works. I'm going to stop doing this before something explodes, so I'm going to just leave it like that. Alright, so we could not find a single fuel tank access. We took the rear seat out. It's really nasty. Could not find an access there. There wasn't one in the trunk. That's all the crap from the trunk. So we jacked up off the pinch weld here, and it actually didn't explode. I mean, there's a couple rust holes in the floor under there that we can see, but nothing terrible. And like the body in general is in pretty good condition, but we're just having a hard time reaching anything or seeing anything because it's just so sunk down in the stones here. and all the tires are flat. Once we get out to level ground and can get a jack to it, that'll make it a ton easier. So we're just trying to find something to shove under there right now so that we can get our jack out. Right now, I don't know how it looks for getting the fuel pump in it before we move this thing.
Okay, hopefully this actually has audio. I got the new fuel tank and fuel pump in, so I guess I could figure I could at least put the new fuel pump in the new fuel tank. It's been quite the exciting day. A lot of what I didn't record under there was me basically just struggling to get off some pins for the gas tank straps, which was going to be really boring, so I didn't bother filming that. Don't really have my camera buddy today. So, yeah. See what we got here. I did end up getting off the one locked lug nut on the front right with one of Ken's, the guy who owned the car. One of his like locked, what do you call them, easy out sockets. But so the rest will just have to come at a later date. But yeah, so this looks promising. New fuel tank out. Oh. Fun. Try this back here where you can actually see me. Yeah. Cool. They actually taped our parts to the box that it was shipped in, so it wasn't just loose in the box, so that was kind of a miracle, because they usually don't care enough to do that. So, this is fairly easy. You just lay the seal in the top of the gas tank. Most of these gas pumps, or whatever you want to call them, fuel pumps, are all the same. Just kind of take the whatever you want to call it, the fuel, you tip it in, get it in. Basically, you're getting it. That goes in like that. Oh, come on, man, this is annoying. I think I got it started. Oh yeah, I did. Alrighty. Just like that, we got the fuel pump and the fuel tank. So, I guess I'll kind of update you guys on what's going on. Alright, so basically, under here, up in there, oops. So up in there, where you can't see, there's two fuel tank bolts going to the tank straps that are rusted off and we can't get out from here. So what we're gonna do is, the guy who owned the car at this place, we're gonna, maybe tomorrow, maybe later in the week, who knows, we're gonna move all these cars so that we can get the Lincoln out over to his garage for him to take a blowtorch and get those bolts out for us. He had a used tire we were able to swap for this sliced one, so that's a lot better. In the process of me letting that down, I think my jack like got stuck, or stopped working because every time I push down on this, it just sticks back up. So basically that's what's happening right now, because we can't really go much further till I get those bolts out for the tank straps. Otherwise I can't get this under to hook it up to the lines to then see if it runs. So basically keep you updated as that goes along. All right, hopefully we can, you can hear me because I unplugged the mic by accident. But we got all these vehicles moved so far. The two in front of there, whoops. The two in front up there move, or well, they run. So we'll move these and get them up out of the way here. My truck, obviously, I'll move then. I think the only other one we'll have to tow is that one, because that one doesn't run, but the Saab runs. So we can move that. But then my buddy's bringing his dad's four-wheel drive truck, so hopefully we can pull the Lincoln out at least to get it out here, and then we're going to try to get it up there beside the purple Suburban, so that when we come back next week he can use a blowtorch on those bolts that are rusted off for the fuel tank straps, and then we can get them off and get the new fuel tank on. So at least we can kind of get a better look at the Lincoln now. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of vehicles here that are just kind of here. So we're gonna try to rescue some of them. Some of them don't have titles, but it's definitely a work in progress here. So I will keep you guys updated. All right, so update, my buddy got here. We are going to try to pull it out with my Dakota and see how that goes, if it even has the power to get that out. So we're gonna put a tow strap under there and try to pull it out, but I'll try to set up the camera over here so you guys can see what's going on. We're gonna try to pull it all the way out and take it over there somewhere so that it can be worked on easier. So we will keep you updated. All right, we're gonna try to get this pulled out, so we'll see how this goes, I guess. Ouch, freaking briar. You ready? Start the car.
Don't ram into the Jeep. It moved, but that was a nasty crunching noise. That crunching noise came from your truck, not the... Yep, it's moving. I can push on the back of your truck and try to help. I mean, it's steering straight right now. Alright, I'll jump in the Lincoln.
We got it pulled out. This was kind of just on the road.
On the ground, yeah. Very nice.
But we got it out. It's now over there. So
let's get a look at her
Yeah.
in all her glory. Sad
Can
piece
actually-
of American engineering.
can actually see it, the whole thing now.
I don't
Dang.
think I wanted to.
Oh wow, man.
It's special, right?
Special.
Basically.
Alrighty. Keep you guys updated. We're gonna move it over there, and then next week we're probably gonna get those seized fuel tank bolt straps out and move on from there.